Hey, what is up guys? If you like to spam grenades, then this crazy build is exactly for you. I've just run this through a Master Nightfall that felt more like a Grandmaster because of my power level, and the build blew up my expectations. I have been holding this build back for many seasons simply because in my opinion it wasn't good enough. But that changes today because this season is by far the best season to play this build. We have a wide range of artifact mods that complement this kind of playstyle, allowing you to spam more grenades, providing you with damage reduction, and jolting with explosions every single enemy. Not to mention, Arc is one of the surges for this season, meaning you will be doing 25% more damage for free. But what I like the most about this build is that it gets even better the harder content that you do. Meaning in Grandmasters, this build will be even stronger. Starting off, what makes this build even possible is our exotic Shinobu's Vow, which provides us with a second charge of our skip grenade, as well as it enhances its functionality by allowing the drones to chase your enemies much more aggressively and giving you grenade energy back each time they hit a target. The exotic alone is very strong, and thanks to the current artifact, we can finally take it to the next level. We have mods such as Electric Armor and Amp Tap, which enhance our amplified buff by increasing its duration and allowing it to give us 35% damage reduction. If you've played Arc before, then you know how easy it is to stay amplified, since defeating jolted targets makes us amplified and we are going to be jolting everything. Shock and Awe will create jolting explosions when we are amplified and using arc damage. And we also can't forget about Lightning Strikes Twice for that extra grenade energy regen, and Thunderous Retort for the increased super damage. The artifact alone makes this build so freaking strong. However, it gets even better when we add in the fragments, aspects and mods. For example, the new mod Elemental Charge allows us to safely gain stacks of armor charge thanks to the ionic traces that we create. This further enhances our ability to spam grenades from a distance. Now, before I show you the rest of the aspects, fragments and mods, I want to give a quick shout out to Apex Gaming PCs, which I have worked in order to create my custom PC line that is now available for you guys to check out. You can customize the PCs as you please, and remember that you can also use my discount code TREY for up to $250 discount. Let's get into the aspects, fragments and mods. Stat-wise, you want to prioritize resilience, followed by discipline, and then recovery. Now in the artifact, remember to pick up Electric Armor, Thunderous Retort, Amp Tap, Lightning Strikes Twice, and Shock and Awe. Counter charge is also nice when you're facing champions. Ability wise, I like to use Marksman Dodge for the lower cooldown, that way I can spam it more often. Grenades, you have to go skip grenades for the exotic. Aspect wise, we are using Flow State and Lethal Current. Flow State is going to allow you to become amplified whenever you defeat a jolted target. Fragment wise, we are using Spark of Focus, which is going to allow for your dodge to regenerate much quicker whenever you're sprinting. Spark of Shock is going to allow for your grenade to jolt targets. Spark of Ions is going to spawn ionic traces whenever we defeat a jolted target. And Spark of Discharge is going to give our arc weapons a chance to spawn ionic traces whenever we get a kill with them. Mod wise, we are starting on our helmet and we have Arc Siphon, that way we can make orbs of power with our arc weapons, followed by Heavy Ammo Finder, so we can also generate that heavy ammo, and then Ashes to Assets, that way we get super energy on grenade kills. On our gauntlets, we are using 2 copies of grenade kickstarts, that way we get grenade energy whenever we use it, and 1 copy of bolstering detonation, that way we can get class ability energy whenever our grenade deals damage. On our chestplate, we are using triple resist mods to make sure that we are very tanky. On our boots, we are using innervation with recuperation, and then elemental charge, that way we have a chance of getting an armor charge whenever we pick up an ionic trace. Finally, on our cloak, we are using Reaper because we are going to be dodging all the time with this build, and 2 copies of Bomber because this is going to give us grenade energy whenever we use our dodge. Finally, weapon-wise, I highly recommend sticking to an arc energy weapon, that way you can constantly generate those ionic traces. My favorite weapons are Trinity Ghoul, Cold Heart, the new auto rifle is pretty decent, and Thunderlord. The way you want to play this build is by spamming your dodge as soon as you throw your grenade, because remember that your dodge gives you grenade energy whenever you use it. Also, your grenade gives you dodge energy whenever it hits a target, so it's like a nice little loop that's going to aid you in spamming grenades. With Arc, we will be getting our dodge extremely quick when we are sprinting. That's thanks to our aspects and fragments, so don't be afraid to start sprinting whenever you need your dodge. Using an arc weapon heavily benefits this build, so I would recommend sticking to weapons such as Thunderlord or Trinity Ghoul. On a final note, remember that your grenade stans overloads because it jolts them, so you most likely won't have to worry about those. And that is all for today. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a wonderful rest of your day.